let me go across to Ivar Newman from Norway. Regardless, would you say, Mr. Newman, that Sweden and Finland will join NATO ASAP, regardless of all the threats?
I think it's a point in itself not to be moved by the threats. The Finnish president was extremely clear and very quick when the question came up, and Russia said that this would be detrimental. The Finnish president pointed out and lost no time. He said this is a sovereign decision by Finland. Yes. This is part of what it is to be sovereign. So I don't think it was a very interesting or even smart move by Russia to say this. I think it simply strengthened the hand of the pro-NATO forces in Finland and in Sweden.
So you're saying, would you say, Mr. Newman, that Russia overplayed its hand?
I would say that, yes.
Why did it do that? Professor Firkin, you know, you're a very experienced man. They say that you must never put out a threat that you cannot execute. Good
evening, colleagues.
Yes, what did you say?
Dear Arnab, I share the opinion of our colleague Tivo that there is no imminent threat of any Russian troops units moved to the Finnish border. Of course, as usual, there are some units on the border, but there is no news about the augmentation, enhancing Russian military presence on the border with Finland. In general, I can say that as I have many friends in both Finland and Sweden, I think that the rumors and gossips about this possible joining Sweden and Finland the NATO are exaggerated, because every Finnish and Swedish person understands that neutrality, that was the basis of security of both countries all these long years during Cold War. And the crisis in Ukraine, by the way, was provoked first of all by intention of joining this country to the NATO. So it is quite evident that joining NATO, not in the smallest degree, will increase the security of Finland or Sweden, vice versa. Eventual joining the NATO will only spoil the security situation in the north, and it would really create a threat for Russian Federation.
No, but yeah, yes, it would pose a threat. But as a practical man, and Bohdan, I'm just coming to you, if you allow me one question. As a practical man, would you not agree, you know, Professor Deason will also agree, he must be a practical man, that on the one side you have Russian expansionism, on the other side you have NATO consolidation. NATO consolidation did not even happen till there was open Russian expansionism. So now if we look at the impact of your actions, as in, I'm sorry, not your actions, Professor Deason, don't take it otherwise, I'm not referring to you in that sense, but of Russian action, that it is having the opposite effect. If NATO is pledging more troops in Hungary, Slovakia, Bulgaria, Romania, Eastern Europe, more NATO troops, more arms, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it's a reality. There will then be a rebirth of NATO, and the Russian military will be stretched, Professor Deason, will be stretched while taking them on.
No, you are correct. And well, this is what is referred to as the security dilemma. If you arm yourself or take these offensive actions to protect yourself, then that's obviously going to be seen as hostile by the opposing party. So in terms of the threats, if you will, or warnings towards Finland, on one hand it makes sense because NATO is the main threat to Russian security. It's considered an existential threat, NATO expansion. So it makes sense.